AI is eating jobs, and I hope it doesn't eat your job. Years ago, 20-something years ago, I attended a meeting. It was a very exciting meeting. It was called Microchips Eat Jobs. And it was true that microchips and computers and computerization had a dramatic effect on the employment situation. In fact, in the manufacturing era right now, 90% of the manufacture of vehicles is robotic. It's a wonderful thing. These are brilliant scientific investments. However, it's eliminating the jobs that people used to do. There's an article written by Geoffrey Hinton. If you don't know who Geoffrey Hinton is, he is called the godfather of AI, and he has a very scary article. It's in Fortune magazine, right? And I will quote it where he says that there is going to be massive unemployment relating to the actual application of AI to certain industries. Now, this is a little scary, but it's 2025 and I'm talking to you. We need to adapt and change. AI is a wonderful thing. Everybody worries about every new invention. I remember when Starlink came out and our local cable provider, which was on a dish at our home in Colorado, came to see us because we were having some difficulties with our dish. And he said, this Starlink thing is going to put us out of business. That took about 9 months, and they are out of business. So there is a thing we call financial Darwinism. That means the strong survive and the weak don't. So I don't want you to be part of the jobs that AI eats. So Geoffrey Hinton's article is very specific. One of the effects of this is the damage to Social Security. Now, AI is a wonderful thing. AI doesn't get married, it doesn't get divorced, it doesn't need health insurance, it doesn't have babies. We have a very big lack of babies. In this article, they talk about how in 1980, there were still 4 workers for every person paying out Social Security. Now, there are only, are you ready? 2. We went from 4 people paying to support 1 retiree down to 2. This has a combined effect of meaning we're collecting less FICA. We're collecting less FICA payments from workers. And so it's getting harder and harder to keep the cash flow going because Social Security is not a saving program. Social Security is a cash flow program. People that are working pay in, people that are retired and receiving are taking money out. There was a Social Security trust fund. It was projected to last till 2034. They had a big pool of money set aside for, guess what? Baby boomers like me. When my dad came back from the Second World War and he married my mom, and they did what? They bought a house, they had babies. We were part of that boom generation. They were so happy to be back from the war. They didn't think about all of the issues of money and raising a family, right? They had just survived people trying to kill them for 4 years. So they were really bold. They had a lot of children. They expanded families. But guess what? In 1950s, there were 5 workers for every retiree. It went down to 4 workers by 1980. This is a dramatic decline in workers paying Social Security. AI is going to make this even worse. He predicts massive unemployment in certain areas. Now, there are a lot of areas where AI is not going to take jobs. It may actually create jobs. Just think of your plumber, your electrician, and your carpenter. AI isn't going to do that work for you, but it may allow one plumber who would normally be employing maybe 3 people in the office to only have 1 person in the office scheduling appointments because AI is going to automatically make that date with you to come fix your leaky sink on the phone. That's kind of a good thing. Also, the next time you drive to a burger joint and you say, I want burger fries and a Coke, remember, there used to be a person at the window. You might remember a smiling young person with a uniform on saying, here's your burger, here's your Coke, whatever, take your order. Now, when you make that order over the little 2-way talk machine, that phone call is actually going to faraway places. India, Canada. There is no person in the second window anymore. You may notice that. It's all being done by technology with the assistance of what AI does. It's very easy for AI to complete some of those tasks, so it's having a dramatic effect on the lower income labor jobs. The other thing that AI is doing, and I encourage you to go into any store and count the number of checkout clerks. The fastest disappearing job in America is a checkout clerk. In some stores, supermarkets, your big box stores, the Home Depots and the Lowe's, what do you see? You see automated checkout counters. You don't see human beings. So this reduction in of employed people paying FICA is going to have a really dramatic effect. Now, I need to have you prepare. If you're a smart financial person and you're following us on Smart Financial and you've read my 3 books on either wealth building, longevity, or grandparenting, you need to prepare yourself. So how do you prepare for this? Well, number one, you should take a good hard look at your industry. And if you're a midlifer and it's time to change the job and get into something that's enhanced by AI and not destroyed by AI, it might be a good time to change while you're still young enough to do it. If you are a retiree and you're looking at this and thinking, oh my goodness, less FICA being paid into Social Security means that it looks more like Social Security will not last to 2034 anymore. Now they've moved back to like 2030. That's only a few years from now. The less money going to Social Security means you need to prepare for your own Social Security substitute system. In order to find out more about how you can prepare for the AI that's eating jobs, reach out to us, leave us a comment below. Tell me how you think about your situation with the advent of AI, because being prepared for these massive changes that are coming in our economic system is just part of the art of being smart.